Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and as you can see, nandito po tayo sa Mountbof Olives. So ipapakita ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung meron dito sa Mountbof Olives, mga kabebe. Tara!
Hindi na kailangan pang sabihin ng milyong mga kadahilanan para sa pagbisita sa Jerusalem. However, there is a good enough reason to mention this beautiful mountain ridge right outside the city. The Mount of Olives, so named for the olives group that once dotted its slope, is Jerusalem's most prominent point, towering over 800 meters above sea level. Ang banal na lugar na ito ay naiugnay sa Islam, Judaism at Kristyanismo at ginamit bilang isang lugar ng pagdarasal at libing mula pa nung mga unang araw ng pinakaunang templo. Ang bundok ay nagbibigay ng nakamamanghang tanawin ng Jerusalem at higit pa.
Nagdadasal ngayon yung Muslim kasi malapit po dito yung yung sa Muslim. Ayan o, kung nakikita nyo yan yung gold na yan.
The Dome of the Rock is an Islamic shrine located on the Temple Mount in the Old City of Jerusalem. It was initially completed in 691-92 CE at the order of Umayyad Caliph Al-Malik during the second Fitna on the site of the second Jewish temple. Destroyed during the Roman siege of Jerusalem in 17 CE, the original dome collapsed in 1015 and it was rebuilt in 1022-23. The Dome of the Rock is in its core one of the oldest extant work of Islamic architecture. Maraming mga pangunahing kaganapan sa buhay ni Jesus na kaugnay sa mga ebanghelyo ay naganap sa bundok ng Olibo. At sa mga gawa ng mga apostol ay inilarawan ito bilang ang lugar kung saan umakyat si Jesus sa langit. Dahil sa pagkakaugnay nito kay Jesus at Maria, ang bundok ng Olibo ay naging isang lugar ng pagsamba sa mga Kristiyano mula pa noong sinaunang panahon. At ngayon ay isang pangunahing lugar na ng paglalakbay ng mga Katoliko, Eastern Orthodox at mga nagpoprotesta. The Jewish Cementery on the Mountbof Olives, the largest and the holiest cemetery in the Jewish world, containing some 70,000 graves in the Jewish Cemetery located the slope of the Mount of Olives. This is the final resting place of well-known figures such as Eliezer ben Yehuda, a Hasid Rabbi Judah, and the Holy Land scholars Rabbi Yosef. There are many Jewish folk traditions about the virtues of being buried on the Mount of Olives. Those who are buried on the Mount of Olives will be the first to be resurrected on the day of the resurrection of the dead. They will be exempt from the torment of having to roll their bodies to the Holy Land along subterranean tunnels. Their bodies will be consumed by maggots, and Eliha the prophet will blow shofar, ram's horn, on the day of the resurrection of the dead. Today, the Mount of Olives is used as a Jewish cemetery and has been for over 3,000 years. It holds some of 150,000 graves. In fact, the Mount of Olives has been used as a burial location for Jews since biblical times, including the burial location for some of the most prominent biblical kings. When the Second Temple was destroyed, the Jews used the Mount of Olives as a celebratory site of the holiday of Sukkot and many other religious ceremonies and celebrations prior to destruction of the temple. The mount was also a site for religious Jews making pilgrimages, as it's located above the Temple Mount and offers one of the best views to do this day. In 1948, after the Arab-Israeli War, an agreement was signed between Jordan and Israel to establish access to the Mount of Olives. There was a 19-year annexation where the Jordan was in control of the area, and the most Israelis were not permitted to enter the Jordan and therefore unable to visit the Mount of Olives. During this time when the Jordanians ruled the area, some 38,000 graves were destroyed and area was developed with roads which also destroyed many burial locations. It wasn't until the Six-Day War in 1967 when the land were back to the Israeli and the series of the efforts were made to restore the land and the cemetery become the functional for the burials again. Today, the Mount of Olives offer one of the best views of Jerusalem and visited by the both local and tourists alike.